Yes, Bala Sports TV, welcome back to the greatest sports channel on the net in the world. As we're coming to you to review the World Cup, it is finally here, my boy Musa.
You already
Yes,
know, man.
Bala
Black
Sports
Stars,
TV,
boy.
man. Black Stars just coming off a win. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. This is Bala Sports TV, man, and we're just coming to you to review the biggest competition in the world, the World Cup. And we're just coming off of Ghana, Panama in a very exhilarating, energetic, up and down match. And Ghana coming out with the win, Musa, right at the end there in the 90th minute. That's the perfect way you want to win to start off your World Cup campaign. What do you think about that, boss? How you feeling? How you liking the competition so far, man? Welcome back.
And so far, so man, dude, this is what I can't even say so far so good because it's more than good. So far, so great because great players are
Yeah,
showing up and they just
yeah,
dominated. And they're showing their class, and we see what Mbappe did. We see what Harry Kane did. Messi, oh God,
man.
Messi doing what Leo Messi
Man,
thing
what a
do,
week.
man. And
What a
then
week.
Holland is out there just doing what Holland been doing, man. He's a goal machine. But right now,
Everybody,
you talking about? Go
it's a
ahead.
legendary week. Go ahead.
Hell yeah. So right now we are into the Panama versus the Black Stars, Ghana. God damn, dude.
Nice jersey, man.
Man,
Nice
listen, man.
jersey, man.
God, man. Being a Ghana fan for a very long time, man, it's so real, man, to just actually know that like they're right here in the United States playing. And I'll be at the game next week. Next game, by the way, next weekend in
Beautiful.
Philadelphia, Lincoln
Beautiful.
Financial Field. Give a shout out
Beautiful.
to some of the brothers that left Rochester to go to Toronto to
Beautiful.
watch the game.
Beautiful.
Isaac, George, all you guys,
Brother
man.
George, shout out to the Black Stars out there, man.
Yeah, hey, so bro,
It's
let's
it's a
get let's get
surreal
let's get to
feeling.
it.
It's a surreal feeling. You just gotta really sit and take it in that the World Cup is on American soil, like for the first time in so long. And it's just to see that people are stepping up. They're stepping up. It's hot. The players are stepping up. Still, it doesn't matter. They know that this is the time to shine after such a long season. So it was good to see, man. Let's get
Yeah.
right into it, man. What do you think about that Ghana Panama game, man?
Yeah, it's a great game, and because both teams fought really hard. As we've seen the Ivory Coast versus Ecuador, similar teams, the same thing I think about this Ghana versus Panama game. And they're very similar. They're very hard, physical. I see a bunch of brothers out there just
Let it.
going at it. Man, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter where you're from, man. You from Panama, you from Ghana. This looks like we're playing against each other out there, man. It seems like we're
Yes.
watching the African Nation Cup out here.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that this was well put, like as an underdog versus pressure, because Ghana need this win. I think Ghana has to win this win because the results been poor lately. They've been in a bad form, and to show up into the first World Cup game and then against Panama, which is also a team that need to rebound from after missing
Mhm.
2022 World Cup and as match, they want to redeem themselves. But
Mhm.
this is why tournaments matters, because it's all it take just the one goal. Even a tie today, I think would have been a fair result for both teams, my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad the Black Stars pulled it off. I'm glad that they was able to capitalize injury time goal again. It means a lot because next week game is going to be a tougher game. Croatia lost today against England. We're going to get to that. And Ghana winning this going into the next game is not much of a pressure on them, but it's more like they just going out there. They got to play to win. And Croatia got to do all they can. That's final for Croatia. So Ghana got to get ready. But speaking of this game, man, it means a lot. Something needs to be proven. The Ghanaian people are there. They support this team. And growing up, Ghana is one of the top teams in Africa. And lately, we've seen a little bit of mudslide, we call it, baby. So I'm happy for the result. I'm happy for 1-0. And I think as Panama, they should put their head up and not to be too discouraged. Yes, as a fan, you could say that. As a player, maybe it's a different feeling. I understand because y'all fight hard. But I like the match. I love how he wins. I love both teams that really come here to play the game to win. But obviously, man, it's only one winner, man. What is a draw or win? And Ghana pulled this off, and I'm glad. I'm happy. Shout out to my Panamanian brothers out there, man. I see you guys at
That was a
work, but
it was a
yeah,
great
man,
game.
we got it. What do you think, brother?
It was a great showing by both teams. Like you said, Ghana has not been on a good run. I know a lot of people, it doesn't even feel like Ghana was in this tournament until it was time for them to play because a lot of their fans were so quiet because they haven't been happy with how they're performing, and you can really tell. But the team showed up in a gritty match today, and they gave the fans what they're looking for, and it was right at the end. But I know it set the atmosphere felt kind of like, oh, kind of here we go again after a certain amount of time. There's no goals, and hats off to Panama. It seems like the underdogs that are playing right now, you can sense that the tension in their playing style. They don't want to give up anything, and this is what makes the ball around in football. So that's what brings the entertainment factor. Yeah, but a good win for Ghana. They needed that for their confidence. And before the match, the scenes were just this is what makes me love this sport. If you played for a team like African All Stars in Rochester, New York, with Brother Charles, and the way he's warming us up, and we're doing a little dance, and we're singing. I saw Asamoah Gyan come and start drumming and singing with the players, bro. That's what I love about this game. You feel me? That's what really brings the best out of the players, bro. If you know, when we start to dance and start to feel good, you know what I mean? And just seeing that took me back to the African All Stars days of playing, and everybody's playing and somebody's drumming, everybody's singing in unison. If you know about sports, that alone brings the team together to fight that much more harder. So just being a Black Star fan also and a fan of the sport, you know how legendary Asamoah Gyan was and the Black Stars were they could beat any team. They on their day, they can beat any team. They had the players to do it with the likes of Essien, with the likes of Boateng. You feel me? You had these kind of players that, they showed up and showed out. So seeing that, it's like a handoff to remind them that they still have the support. And it was a good win for them. A good fight for Panama also coming out of CONCACAF. The game could have went any way because Panama did have chances. I mean, their willpower and their extra bit of talent, I think, took them over to what they and got them what they needed today. So hats off to Ghana for that win.
In fact, it's a blessing, man, to watch this game, man. For me,
Yeah, it's truly
man, it's Panama. Yes, it's Ghana. Yes, does Ghana should win this overall when you look at the history of the countries or the true, but don't fall asleep on Panama, man. I think they're gonna
no.
make a lot of noise. I think they're gonna make a lot of people earn it. A lot of teams earn it in this tournament,
Yes,
especially in the group that they're in. It's not gonna be easy. Even I don't care who they play against. Yes, England got the powers. They got the
the depth.
mostly they got the depth. Yeah, they got the depth to
Yes.
just like today, what they did today, you know what I mean? But we're gonna get there. But like I like what England is doing, but right now, man, Panama, bro, don't fall asleep on Panama. And I think
No,
they will bounce back and they will come back and play as hard as they can because they do left some things out there in the pitch that they could have. If they cleaned that up, I think Ghana would have been in trouble. I'm actually didn't think Ghana was gonna win this game based on the way the performance was, the form that they're in. But hey, it's a tournament, man. All you need is the one goal. 3 points is all that matters.
yeah, the 3 points is all that matters, and now more than ever, I would say this competition is more open than it's ever been, as in, there's nothing that's
Facts.
gonna come easy. I've only seen, 1, maybe 2 games. It's the Germany game versus Curacao, where the competition level is kind of lopsided, I would say. But and even then, they were able to tie the game, but Germany just woke up and said, "Hey, we're not going to let that happen," and let it go. So now more than ever, once your team knows that it can fight, there's not going to be no easy game. So you either have to bring your A game or you got to be prepared to fight right now. This is the World Cup. This is football, man. The ball is round. Moving on to the legendary match, man. Yesterday,
Mhm.
number 10 steps up again. Controversy strikes, a controversial foul from the legend. Everybody's saying the yellow card or red card, but it was an entertaining match. Argentina, Algeria. Argentina still looking like they have that backbone of team chemistry to bring them deep in the competition. Moose, what do you think about this Argentina-Algeria match with the legendary Zidane, his son, in the goal also? It's crazy to see, man, that Messi is shooting on Zidane's son. Like, you can't make this up. This is
Yeah,
World
bro, you
Cup.
can't, man. He probably sent
This
a
is
text message after the game to
yo,
Zidane was like, "Bro, I watch you growing up, so I gotta let your son know there's a level to
yeah,
this,
hat trick
because that's
hero
the same thing
on
you would have done to
Zidane's
my
son.
son," kind of things. Yeah, but can we just say that's the only thing we could say about Algeria? Then push them to the side and talk about what Messi did. Because man, that's a
Yeah,
legendary
exactly.
performance, man. This is why the man is Messi. This is why he's Lionel
Yeah,
Messi. Yes, he's playing against Algeria. Yes, in my opinion, that should have been a red card. I think that in any other match, any if this was a regular season, Premier League regular season game, that would have been a red card. If this was a bonus league, any league, I believe that that would have been a red card. Except
they
if
read
your name is not Messi. But if your
is
name is
Lionel
Messi,
Messi.
yes, because I can't imagine Messi getting a red card, then he got to be suspended for the next couple games. So that wouldn't work well for the World Cup, because especially in the United States when he's in the MLS, when we know what happened, how the MLS want to project themselves. But none of that, right? I'm gonna focus on the game. Congratulations to the guy, man. This is why he's one of the goats. Me personally, I don't call no one player the goat because I grew up watching Zidane, Ronaldinho, and so on. Now we'll see what Messi and Ronaldo is doing. Yes, what Messi and Ronaldo do for me is the biggest because they are in 6 World Cup. It's only 2 of them that ever played in 6 World Cup, and they're from the same era, which means a lot. You know what I'm saying? So talking about Messi, bro, man, like the guy, man, he's Messi. This is magic. He's not like any other talent. A lot of people got to work hard to be the greatest basketball player, to be the greatest football player, to be the greatest soccer player. But for me, I think Messi, this is part of his gene, man. This is what God brought him here for. The man doesn't have to be aggressive without the ball when he doesn't have to. The man could just walk around the field, as he says, and see exactly where he's going. He scored a hat trick. Not too long ago, 6, 7 months ago, this guy's doubting, there's people talking, the partisans are talking whether he should be part of Argentina roster or not. Due to
Injuries.
age and due to injuries and due to him coming into the MLS. And they says, you know what? The first game of the World Cup, we're playing against Algeria, which is a practice squad. And another thing that a lot of people forgot about why I think that this Argentina team is going to be a problem because they still got 17 players that's still on the roster from last World Cup. That's
Wow,
chemistry. That's a
it's
team that
chemistry.
built into that's a dynasty, in my opinion, if they win again.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
possible so because chemistry is all that matters in the tournament. You can't start slow and say, well, then we're going to click in the second half. It depends on what the match is. We see what happened to the Portugal. It looks like a clueless teams out there, but what Messi did on this field, man, this is the reason why a lot of people, including me, he's one of the GOATs that ever played the game. And I can't say nothing less than that, man. This man, bro, man, it's been a blessing watching this man play basically my whole childhood growing up, and to see him
yeah.
still at what about to be 39 in a week, and still delivering the way he delivering, he's a Phil, man. He's Phil for the game. He's in
Great.
love with the game. And there's nothing much I could say. Yeah, I can't say less. I could always say more, but I don't have time for that right now. So I'm gonna let you go.
Brother, you hit the nail on the head, as in the guy has preserved himself. He's in the MLS. You thinking that he's on the way out. It's like he used the little formula to preserve himself to be able to play in this competition. This is what he's been preserving himself for. And yesterday, he didn't look like he missed a step or a beat. The guy was back defending. When he in the beginning of the game, I saw him running back he's proving to the competition that he's running for the shirt and running for the badge on his chest, and that's what makes you respect this guy even more, you know? The goals, I mean, the goals that he scored, nothing but classic. He just looked like he's ready for the next play at all times, and the team is playing around him and playing for him, so they know that they wanna have a great send off for Messi, so it's like they're playing up to his level, and you can't take any chances. You know, last World Cup, they came out and they lost their first game. They came out this World Cup now to make a stand. You know, Algeria wasn't their best team, but they are former African Cup of Nations champions. They do know how to play the sport. That's probably the one of the weakest Algeria teams I've seen in a long time. But you still have to come out and play. And it's just that one word comes to that game comes from that game, and it's Lionel Messi, man. The guy came out and he the way how he was passing and moving and looking for the ball on every play, he was ready for that to come out and make his a statement. So
Yeah.
we will see, but it looks like Argentina is here to make it deep into this competition again, and on the back of that number 10 jersey. So yeah, what a legendary experience to even witness that live. I don't even have to be in the stadium. It's just like it left me speechless. The foul to me, yeah, it could have been a red, it could have been a yellow. for anybody else. But this is the World Cup and it is in America. And if you give a yellow card to Messi, I mean a red card to Messi in the first game, I wonder how much viewers you're gonna lose. I don't know if that's on FIFA's mind, but I guess I do want to see some more vigilance into these fouls. For me, I would have gave him a yellow if I was the ref because I knew that when he stepped, he's not crushing the guy's leg. At the same time, it's
Man,
from
stop.
behind, so
God,
you know,
don't do that. Don't do
yeah,
that. Now I'm
no,
about to get
no,
into
no,
it.
no,
Don't do
no,
that.
no.
That was a straight up.
Nah,
Bro.
it's not a.
Bro, that was
George
from the
Tor
back.
messaged me. I tell
That
him the
was
same
from the
thing.
back.
It's from the back,
That was the
but it's not a
that's from the
crunch.
back. He
He steps
reached
and he
right
goes like
behind the
this.
man's leg. That's a career
Hey,
ending
when he's
tackle, bro.
but
That was not this.
did he
Stop.
look?
Stop.
Did he look? Did the guy get up?
After the guy
Did
got
he look?
down. When
Did
the
he
guy got
look?
down.
He
Stop.
didn't look and step on his leg, you know? That's you have to look at the play. You're a ref. He didn't look and step on him. It's different than when a guy comes in like this high. If he didn't look to
Bro,
crunch on him,
you're the same guy that's talking about how Madueke didn't get the penalty call against PSG in the Champions League finals because you're an Arsenal fan. You were pissed
hey,
about the referee not calling
but
that.
my guy was
Stop it.
holding. He was
Stop it.
holding him. He was
Stop it.
holding him in the box.
Stop it.
If hey, it's a foul. It's a card. That's what I say. But a red, that's
Hey,
harsh. That's
hey,
harsh,
there
man.
wasn't gonna give Messi a red card. We know
Nah,
that, and I know that, man. I watch the, I
it's a
see the
yellow.
MLS. I see the MLS long.
Look
I
who's
see the,
calling here,
I
man.
see, I watch the MLS. Know that Messi could punch a guy in the face. He probably still get away with it. So I don't want to get too much into that, man. What he did in this game is what we've been seeing him doing it for years. So there's nothing, But he's one of the greatest that ever played the game. Excuse me. I get that, but that right there, bro. There's nobody. I know you're a Messi fan, but there's nobody could question. No, I ref, but it's not a professional referee. But we all know the law, the rules are that challenge right there. There's no way in the world in any level except for this level right here, because Messi's the United States right now. I'll keep my mouth shut
Yeah.
because I don't want to get
Well,
canceled.
we know any other player. That's what I don't like about the game. If it was any other player, they would have carded them. So that's what I don't like to see in this game, in this sport. I'm a fan of Messi, but at the same time, bro, call the game the game. The game is the game. You feel me? At least card him. At least give him a yellow. You understand? If you're not gonna give him a red, give him a yellow. As a pure football fan,
They
you
did give
feel
him a
me?
yellow, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't think he got. Did he get a yellow? I'll look that up. Let's see.
Hold on, quick, son. I'm recording. Stays.
Let's see let's see if he get a yellow.
It doesn't really matter, man,
Yeah.
because it is what it is. He's on the field. The few teams that complain about it. For the Algeria side, they feel like they got dealt with the hard end. Welcome to the world.
Well,
It is. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it much, but
yeah,
it is what it is, man. Move on, bro.
yeah,
Life goes on to the next game.
yeah.
Same thing I tell my brothers from 80, yo. The referees, y'all can say what y'all want to say, man.
Yo,
It's on to the next game.
that was rough. Yeah, on to the next. But yeah, rounding off that legendary from Messi, moving on to another legendary match from yesterday, France and Senegal, when Mbappe comes out with the double, Olise, showing how sharp he is, reminding the world that they are here. And brother, if I'm not mistaken, Olise was not on the French national team last World Cup. Now they have Olise and Dembele. And with Mbappe running the strike, they don't need much. All they need to do is get the ball to him in the gap, and it was wonderful to watch, man. What's your take on this game? France versus Senegal, they're playing their brothers, their cousins. It's just all a jumble up. It was Senegal hitting the post in the first half, just getting chances. Sar getting a sitter almost on the goal line and kicking it over the bar. Musa, let's talk about this one, man.
I didn't expect to be 3-1. The first half was more like the pure football the first half was what we expected to be. The
Yes.
Senegal's gonna come out here and fight hard because they're a good team. And they're out the fight and they are, my opinion, still the African Nation Cup champs because you win the game on the field, not on the papers with the politics. But you gotta give a credit to this young brother that I fell in love with in 2018, go by the name of Mbappe, bro. He's like Mr. World Cup. That's the nickname for this young brother.
Yeah, that's his name.
But it goes taking it to game by game. This is what I always say is about Senegal, and I love Senegal. My dad's from Gambia, and they're right there. When you have a team that you start in 11, it's all you could count on, and then you play against a team like France in the heat that you got to go in the second half. Then what happened? France is bringing up got them Maseratis out at the garage in the
Yeah.
second half. And then Senegal is bringing goddamn donkeys from the village of Sabi somewhere in Gambia. He's no disrespect to nobody. I'm just saying,
No, no
but
disrespect.
man, dude, that like second half was a little bit of France just showed up, man. And then Olise got in the game, like you mentioned, man.
Man,
He's a wonderful
man,
player, man. The way he passed the ball, even the goal and Papa missed. You see the way he plays the ball. You got a
yeah,
guy that could create with guys with talent and speed and that could finish in front of the goal. And it's so
it's
Senegal.
an
I feel
art,
bad.
man.
It's just so different, man. But man,
Yeah,
shout out to Mbappe, man. Same thing with Messi. We mentioned Messi earlier, man. Mbappe out here doing what he do as a striker because he's a goal scorer. He's the number one. He's a what 27, if I'm not mistaken. Then he's top French goal scorer of all time. When you had guys like Zidane, when you had guys to hold these good players, Henry. You know, what I mean, my favorite striker back in the days when you were playing in the Premier
for
League.
sure.
You know, you got all these guys ahead of him, man. You got this young kid, 3 World Cups now, 2 finals. You never know what's gonna happen with this third one. But shout out
The
to
guy's
Zidane.
gonna the
Excuse
guy's
me. Shout
gonna
out to
end up
Pape.
the guy is going to end up the leading scorer in World Cup history. Let's just say that. Look what he did. And Messi comes out with the hat trick yesterday because he's probably seeing, hey, Mbappe is how much goals from ready from breaking this record. Let me tie the record and go from there. This is my last one. Mbappe is here to stay. And this is Mr. World Cup. He has 13 or 14 goals. The record is 16. Mbappe could be leaving this thing with 18 to 21 goals when it's all said and done at the end of his career. And just seeing that leading up to these games, they were talking about him. They were saying he's not in form. They were saying this, they were saying that. Even myself, I'm wondering what is wrong with Mbappe, or when is he gonna hit a form that we know when he gets the ball, as in the last World Cup final, he can score at will. And this is the 18-year-old kid we know that, or 19-year-old, when he won the first World Cup, he's scoring at will. He's still carrying those characteristics right now. And he's the guy Olise, man. He really found him in a player to unlock the defenses like this guy, and Dembele playing alongside with this guy. All Mbappe has to do is find the space. And this is what we saw in this. Senegal came out and they did give a good fight in the first half, but it was all class in the
It was
second half.
close the second half, man.
It was all class. It was all class and French. It was French baguettes. It was just all French fashion. It was
Right.
it was the French France Paris melting pot, man. And I'm telling you, they're looking like they're chomping at the bit right now. They move the ball beautifully, and yeah, Mbappe, that is Mr. World Cup. I have to tip my hat to him because, he went to a final and won one already. He got to the final last game with controversy too, to losing penalties. I mean, you're right there. This one, he's looking like he's brisk, man, and
And he scored
you know,
hat-trick in the finals, right?
yes,
And
last finals, he scored 3 goals in the finals. In the finals, not against Algeria, against Argentina.
and this
Against
is
Argentina, bro.
And this the reason when I
Mbappe,
heard guys criticize him, yes, I'm not talking about his personality or whatever he got going on, but the man is a goal scorer. He's
he
gonna
is a
score goals,
pure goal scorer.
and that's his
And
job. And it's not
yeah,
like he just depends on a midfielder to create. He could also create his own shots. He could also do when they get the ball. Defenders got to understand, like, yo, what am I doing here? You can't go 1-on-1 with him. Y'all better set up a triangle, something like where you got 3 guys, one in the front, two of them be like, yo, in case if you get bit left or right, I'm here.
man,
We seen players like that. I see you take on players 1-on-1. I see George take on players one. And we not even. I'm not saying that we do. We not even pro. You know what I mean?
this dude
There's
is
no shame
different.
to it. This guy's a
This dude is
different beast out here, man.
different beast. And you know, just through the year, this year playing with Real Madrid is probably not the best Real Madrid team. He didn't really get the Champions League here and all this stuff. But once you surround him with a nucleus to get him the ball, he really doesn't need any supporting cast up there. All you need to do is just play him the ball in space as long as you got the players around to do what you need to do. And he even came out and said, yes, he finally came out and said, I do need to press the ball a little better.
But I
And
do got a one question.
yeah, sorry, he just said that I do have to come out and press the ball a little better. And I tip my hat for him for saying that. And you don't really have to tell him anything now because look what he can do when things are going right for him, when the ball is being fed to him, he sco you don't it's like Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 3, 4 goals. You can't tell him nothing. You can't tell him to press. You can't because you know when you get him the ball, he produces the goods. So,
Yeah.
you
Except
know,
for today.
it's yeah. Exactly,
Yeah.
at 41, but we'll get to that. But Mbappe, again, this year, they were playing a lot of clips of he didn't really get to the Champions League hump, get over that hump yet. Different competition, different style of play. But when he comes into France, he is the boss, and this is what he's showing you. So you really can't say that it's speak about the outside competitions because this competition is for Kylian Mbappe, man, and the guy is he's an instant legendary. He reminds me of I'm watching Ronaldo Nazario. I'm watching this kind of play, this kind of legendary play. We're watching Brazil in the commercial juggling and this kind of he seems like he has some kind of DNA from that era that we watching Henri and these guys, and you know it's just special to see, man. It's just special to see.
You know the crazy thing, Brazil, France could go to the into the next game, and they would probably have a total different, at least 70 different starting lineup there, players starting, and they would
No
still probably win the
Conte,
game.
no
The Conte
Conte,
didn't play. A
no
Shirky from
Shirky.
Messi, he
Shirky came
comes
on
in.
for 3
He
minutes.
comes in at 87 minutes. That was a question I was gonna ask you. What do you take? What do you? How do you even explain that? Saying that you're one of the best players that played for Man City. That we see what he did in the Premier League. We see how
Bruh,
and then he's coming off the bench in the 87th minute in a 3-1 win
brother,
against a team like
brother.
Senegal.
All I have to say is this shows just like you said, they have the Lamborghini, the Maserati. They have quality. When you talk about France team, there is quality. And I believe when they look around to the right or the left, they don't really start to sweat, bro, because they know of the quality that's around them. They don't really hurt their head to say, "Oh, we're gonna have to do this and do that." As long as they collect and play simple, that's all they have to do. The quality will work for itself. No Conte, no Shirky. It's like seeing that now. They can, if they go up against some kind of different competition, they will play to their competition style to stop whatever they can. And that's the beautiful thing to see, man. It was a great second half, man. That football, that's all I gotta say. What a flip of a switch. They just turned it on, and that's
Yeah.
what you like to see from the greats. Great game. Yes,
Probably the worst performer was the goalkeeper. Go ahead. Yeah.
man. What a
Diabolical.
game, man. What a game. What a game. What a game. And Senegal's goalie, man.
Mendy, man, I don't know, bro.
Mendy,
Man,
Mendy,
I
Mendy,
just
man.
before we move on to the next game, man, like sorry for cut you off.
No,
Senegal, please, you just gotta bounce back next game. Because this second half
have to.
was just it was not something that dang, you look
AFCON
at it
champions.
right,
AFCON champions, Moose.
and then we go back to the Maserati, all the coming off the bench. They would realize like, okay, you guys don't have that type of depth as France does, and France are the better team. They showed up in the second half, but you guys just got to finish games. If you're gonna start the way you start,
Have to
you
finish.
have to just finish. I mean, hold on to it, man. See what Congo did. They see what
Ismaila Sarr. You get a
we
goal
just got to do something.
in the you in we know Ismaila Sarr as being a player that he's kept his level to be able to still compete in the Prem.
Right.
But you have to be clinical. I think that's just one of the things that didn't get him to City, United, and Arsenal is clinical that clinical DNA. When you get in front of the goal, you have to be calm. Sometimes you have to take a touch, and that was a sitter that he missed. That was
Yeah,
a sitter,
that was
bro.
that was
Bro, that could have
actually like
changed the whole game, brother.
yeah, that's
That could have
actually
changed the whole game. And that's what made me mad because I know Senegal have it in them to compete with anybody, just like
they
Morocco,
they
just
did
like
create
they
they
created
did create chances.
the kid came on and scored a worldie. He came on and scored a worldie, but then guess who came and shut all that down right after? Yeah. But yeah, the legendary match of France and Senegal, man. Playing against your colonizer is never easy. They come in with all the
Well, it depends on what everybody else in the French team look like me.
Yo, you, it's not even you playing against your own blood, man. It's crazy to watch, man. But moving on to another legendary match, man. England Croatia, man. 4-2, legends on the field, man. Harry Kane, we got Marcus Rashford showing his class. Showing Barca. Did they really need to? let him go. I don't know. To for a guy like Anthony Gordon, we got Luka Modric on the other end, man. Controversy in the beginning, penalty that needed to be retaken. England and Croatia, it was thrilling match. What do you got to say, Moose?
First of all, man, I like to say something that has nothing got to do with this game. Now, if you see back to here, I'm a true Chelsea fan. I've been a Chelsea fan since 2000. I've been a Chelsea fan since 2001. So
Is
there's nobody out there that wanna go back and
Blues.
forth with me that become a Chelsea fan in 2012 because they see Drogba did the header and you know close the Champions League finals with a PK, and of course doing his magical celebration, doing all that. If you become a Chelsea fan, then you got a problem with me saying what I gotta say. I told you guys this. Madueke is still young. Madueke need to be matured. But there's a lot of coaches out there that will put trust in Madueke somehow because he is talented. The money that we got from Arsenal, cool. That's money. That's business. But me personally, I don't pay so much attention to the finance part. I'm a football fan. You see what I
Football
mean?
fan first.
Before we go and get Garnacho, go get all this bunch of freaking noise, nobody else, they should have just kept Madueke. I'm not regretting it because, at the end of
I
the day,
mean,
he's
that's
already
what it's
gone.
seeming like now.
No, but at the end of the day, he's already gone. Life move on. I see Kevin De Bruyne left Chelsea. I see Mo Salah left Chelsea. So basically, what I'm trying to say is this: for you guys that disagree with me saying that Madueke should have been kept, that there will be coaches out there that's gonna believe in him because he's young, he's talented. He started a World Cup game before Cole Palmer. Now, I'm not
Ooh,
saying he's better.
we would have never thought that leading up to this World Cup.
I'm not
Nobody
saying
would
he's
think
better.
that.
So I don't want to make this about
No.
myself or Chelsea Football Club, man. So let's get back to the game, man. Hurricane, my guy. Wow.
Yeah, but this is the competition. It's a valid argument. It's a valid point saying sometimes this kind of player would work in this competition versus this one because of the window that he has to improve when you know what Cole Palmer can produce. So yeah, that's a great take, man. And hey, as an Arsenal fan, us buying him, I'm thinking, what the hell are we doing buying another Chelsea player? But guess what? The guy just started his first World Cup match today. And let me tell you, he was electrifying. He was slashing, he was dashing, causing the opposition problems. You
Do you
understand?
remember what I told you when you guys got Madueke?
No, what do you
You remember when you said that we have another Chelsea player, but I said this is the one that you guys are not gonna regret? Because I remember
Yes,
telling
yes,
you
yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
he understand that this is some reason too Thomas Tuchel brought him to the World Cup. The fact that he understand that he has to play beyond soccer, and that's something that he accepted compared to playing in Chelsea. He did not accept that fact that he has to play, he has to come off the bench well after some of these players, which is rightful so because talent is talent, but soccer is Arsenal, in my opinion. I say this all the time. He's my favorite Arsenal player. He's one of my favorite Premier League players. He's a stabilized kind of player. Soccer
Really?
is a hard working and dedicated. He deserves his position if he's healthy. There's no question about that. So bring in all that. But Madueke, what he did today, though, man, I see that's what I see doing in some games he's playing Chelsea. He's a threat. He could actually put pressure on the defense. You ain't crazy enough to say I'm gonna leave him one on one with a defender. Yes, he gets childish sometimes. Yes, he get carefree. He looks like he careless, whatever to go. But Harry Kane is the show. Harry Kane is what we need to talk about. Harry Kane is the best
Who?
all-around striker in the game today. Harry Kane deserved to be England's top goal scorer. Harry Kane deserved to have England's honor. Harry Kane was in the dumpster with Tottenham for many years, but Tottenham is relevant because Harry Kane was on the field. Harry Kane today and for
Yes.
so long. Yes, we don't like to give a lot of credit to rivalry fans, but we're a football fan first. This is why Bala sport is different. We are football fans before the team. So when we got a player like Harry
Showing.
Kane, what he's doing, though, this man is magical. This man could hold the whole play. This man could pass the ball. This man could go up for the here. This man could do it.
Man.
Harry Kane today, bro. I salute you because I haven't watched you in a long time because I don't watch every Bundesliga games. I don't watch every Bayern Munich games except for Champion League and so on and games day and day against Dortmund or some. But Harry Kane, welcome back to the scene where I could actually watch you because today was, bro, you were brilliant. And Judy was brilliant. The whole team in the second half, man. Tamo Tuchel know what he's doing. He won chemistry. First in the lineup, I thought he was trying to build a FIFA Ultimate team here, man. Everybody got to be. You got a Matty Wake and Reece James playing in the same side. You got this guy's playing the same thing.
Dude,
You got
Morgan
Declan
Rogers and
Rice and this
Saka.
guy playing this. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you gotta
coming
give
off the
credit, man. The
bench.
second half, man, I feel like I get second half England did exactly what France did. Good teams does. You
Yes.
know, we've seen it happen. They kind of it's just straight up like, are we going over there just canalize Croatia kind of shit? And that's what they did. It was a close at first, but when you got the other Maseratis coming off the bench, Rashford come out and say, "Wait a minute, y'all forgot about me," which was an easy goal because Croatia had to open up the game. You know, they're trying to go for the
Yeah,
tie at least
yeah,
because they were down by one goal. It's a well-put game for England. Conceding 2 goals or the way they did, we got to work on that. And McGee didn't even start. So, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
England got depth too on the bench. So this is going to be very interesting World Cup.
They got depth to see Saka coming off the bench. That's the beautiful thing about depth. He was still a little injury hampered near the end of the season. So you let him rest and come on and feel confident. And he came on and got an assist to Marcus Rashford. You got Morgan Rogers coming off the bench. You got all this quality coming off the bench that gives the team confidence to play deep into the match, knowing that they got reinforcements, knowing that they can play. Man, Harry Kane, man, dropping in deep and getting the ball to play, and his playmaking skills are just second to none. And that's what Tuchel took into account with this team. I know when Harry Kane needs to drop in to get to receive the ball, he has the players now to get the ball and spray the ball to, and watch how the team works around that kind of playing style. And
Yeah, you look.
that is gonna help. That's gonna help England going forward for sure. Rashford coming off and getting a World Cup goal right away against Croatia too to put the game to bed. There's a lot of uncertainty around where he will sign. I'm thinking I don't see why any of these other Premier League teams aren't going to get him from Manchester United if Barcelona is really letting him go for nothing because they can't pay his wages. But that's the England that we know that everybody every year they speak of them and when there's a World Cup and somehow they underachieve. But I believe now they actually have the depth and the talent to get themselves into some situations where they could be knocking on the door to try to bring it. It's finally coming home. Is it finally coming home, Musa? Is it finally going to England, bro? We don't know, but this team, they have something to
Never was
say,
home,
bro.
man.
It was not-
England was never was home, bro. Stop. This is the only England roster that you could actually be more.
This is the only England roster that you can say, hey, maybe they have a chance, but it's up to them to do. They have all the quality and all the talent and blood, so they
I
can't
won't
make
be
any
surprised,
excuses.
but man, we don't want to hear that bullshit. Football coming home. How the hell is football coming home? You haven't won nothing since
Yeah,
1966.
yeah. Why is it that England says that it's home? That's the cup. That's where the home is. That it's more of a home in Brazil than it has anywhere else.
Right.
If we want to be technical, you feel me? But the English believe they have one of the best leagues in the world, so they believe that is the home of football for some whatever reason. But you have to come
Shit.
and prove this. This is the World Cup. You have to come and prove this shit right now, man. You
Right.
got to come and play and put your money where your mouth is, man. But it was a great match. England showing that they here. Croatia is not an easy team to play against, and no form of the competition, whether it's the first game, whether it's the fourth game. So yeah, good to see Declan Rice and Bellingham. Declan Rice
Yeah.
and Bellingham. Declan Rice and Bellingham playing in the same midfield. And what's our boy from Nottingham Forest? Very good player. What
Wow.
is
Is
it?
it
Anderson?
Henderson? Yeah.
And
Is it
yeah,
Henderson? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was actually surprised that I was really surprised the way he was playing. Like he really
yeah.
like
Yes,
what I like about it too. Like Declan Rice could be a little bit more free because Henderson is willing to do the dirty
yes,
work. You see what I
yes,
mean? So
yes.
but we don't want to spend all night talking about this goddamn English, man. I don't know. We in the United States,
Yeah,
man.
but
F the
hey,
British.
that's
Let me stop. You all right, man?
ah, uh, hey, that is your World Cup roundup
You
for
get
the
back,
day,
you get back.
man. Stay tuned to the to
Hell
the
nah,
to the
man.
World Cup
We
because
got at least get 5 minutes into the Portugal and Congo game.
how could we
You
forget?
hear me?
How could we forget to round it off?
Nah, we
Yes,
gotta at least
to
do
round
five
it
minutes
off.
of that game. We gotta round this up talking about
Of
this
course,
high expectation game.
we gotta
Let me
round
let me
this.
let me start. Let me start, man.
How did I
So
forget about
Congo,
this?
Portugal versus DR Congo. Let me just say that, man. Shout out to Congo, man. Congratulations. First World Cup point,
Shout out
first
to
World Cup
Congo,
goal,
man.
and my kids are mixed with Congolese, so on and so on. But I had to
Lisa.
just say that out there because the somehow rooting for them, somehow rooting for all African nations. somehow Congo just end up being part of this household here, if I might say. So Portugal, let me speak about this high expectation bullshit ass playing style you guys were doing. It's like watching France out there, moving the ball side to side, side to side. It's a high expectation game, Cristiano Ronaldo. We see what Mbappe did. We see what Holland did. We see what Messi did. Now we see what Harry Kane did. We had a high expectation for this game. Why is it a high expectation? Because it's not a guy wearing the number 7. That's a GOAT status. That needs to show up here in this game. That team looks like a team that just feels so comfortable thinking they're up by 1 goal and they're just gonna move the ball side to side, side to side. It's like watching Spain versus what? Kepa Verde, excuse me. They're
Yes,
just moving the ball, just getting position for no reason, bro. And was disappointed watching Portugal with all the talent you guys have on the field. And then for Robert
disappointing.
Martinez as a head coach, bro, you feel in Belgium, and Belgium had a goal in the era. Now you come in here with all these guys. This was a disgrace game. I had a high hope for this game. After watching what Messi did, you remember back in the Barcelona versus Real Madrid days when Barcelona played first, Messi go out there and dominate. What does Cristiano Ronaldo did on Sunday if Barcelona play on Saturday? He goes out there and say, "Hell, nah, this is what he's about." I want to see this in the World Cup because I do want to able to see round 16 Argentina versus Portugal, Messi versus Ronaldo, as we've
Ronaldo.
been accustomed to seeing back in the Barcelona La Liga, Barcelona versus Madrid Classical games. But this game today, man, Bruno Fernandes, man, 20 assists in the Premier League, 20 plus Premier League player of the season. You didn't show up until the 92nd minute. Who else? None of these guys showed up today, man, except for Mendy and it's like I'm watching PSG out there because this is all the two
Vitinha.
players of the first game. Yes, last World Cup, Messi them lost the first game. Yes, and all that. But this right here, dude, what are you guys passing the ball side to side for? Put the ball in the goddamn box. If that's what Ronaldo is good at, though. If he can't do it no more, bet his ass. Who cares? But we want to say entertainment for these superstars that we've been watching the Premier League or every league else in the world. This was disgrace. Shout out to Congo. Congratulations, man. I think they played organized. I think they were here. They didn't fear the competition. They didn't give too much respect to Portugal. They show up and maintain themselves in a whole other line, and they were discipline. The most important thing in the world when you on that field is to be disciplined because discipline is freedom. Congratulations, Congo. But it's not over yet. Don't go to home and start celebrating how we've scored our first World Cup goal
No.
and we tied the game against one of the greatest players that ever played the game or one of the greatest team in the one of the best team in the whole tournament or the World War. That's not good enough. You here? Let's do it. Represent. Let's go for the next game, Congo.
Yeah.
Because Cristiano
The
Ronaldo and Portuguese, man, y'all could go to sleep, man. Y'all,
yeah.
this was disappointed.
That's yeah, very disappointed by the Portuguese. As everybody was saying yesterday, the score is going to be 5-1. I saw a picture going around, a fake picture saying the score is going to be 5-1. But this is the World Cup, mate. Nothing is. You have to actually go out and do it. And seeing that Portugal came out, they scored a 1 goal, and they got some clear cut chances, but there's nothing really over the top to make you say Portugal is making a stand to say, "Oh, we here to play." Like these other greats came out and say, "Oh, we here to play." It seemed like they were lacking in their creativity, but they have some of the best creative players that played this year.
Right.
So that you're thinking it's gonna be all easy. So your hats off to Congo for making it hard on these fellas. This is one of the last teams to qualify for the World Cup. Speaking of that, they played against my blood, Jamaica, to get there. That was the last game they had to play. They beat us 1-0.
Yeah.
It was a test match. So seeing this now, it's like, bro, Portugal has to come out and bake them. No, this is football. This is what teach you the ball is round. As long as you're able to grasp and keep the man in front of you, anything is possible. And my hat is off to my cousins from the DR of Congo, brother. One of the nations that need some uplifting right now in the world. They're providing pride for their
Fact.
nation, and they're playing for that badge. We know it's deeper than football for them. So playing against them right now probably might not be the best thing for any opponent because they're
It's
gonna
not.
come play tough because it's more than the game for them. So this is what we love to see. So much so that I have to get a DR Congo jersey. So let's keep it like that. And let's not forget how they showed up to this competition. They made a world of an announcement. It was everywhere. how they showed up. They showed up in their dress. They showed up in the leopard print across their chest. They're showing
His
that they're giving
styles.
their name and style to show you that, yo, we're
King
not here to
Akeem
play with
coming to
people.
America.
Okay, so it's like they're showing you that royalty and saying that no matter what our nation is going through, we still here. My hats off to Wisa, man. That guy, he's been playing over the past couple of years. He's making a name for himself. So much so he made himself from Brentford now at Newcastle, and everybody was talking about him this year. A lot of Newcastle's fans are saying we bought this guy for no reason. He's a waste. He's this, but look what he does. Stepped up on the biggest stage to tie one of the biggest players is on the other end, and he steps up and does this, and they're able to keep a tie. Man, my hat's off to Congo for that match. How could I forget about that match, bro? But
Let's
yeah,
go. Why not?
it's lackluster. It's lacking for Portugal. They better kick it into gear. A match like this probably could do it, but hey, and for Congo, just build on it. That's my message to the
Just build on it.
Congolese. Just build
Just build
on
on it.
this and let this
That's it.
like I said, it's more than football for them, and I know that they'll build on it. But it was wonderful to watch, man. Wonderful to watch. This is what we watch the sport for, man. You got Liza Wan Bissaka. You feel me? Bakambu, that's my guy
I
too,
just
man.
buy
You got these
true.
guys. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like this is good to see, man. There are a lot of players that they're not in their club that they started off with. Some players that they forgot
Yeah.
about, but some players still come to remind you, hey, on any given day, this is how it can be, and it's wonderful to see, man. Look how much midfielders these guys have. Player of the year, oh, give it to Bruno Fernandes. He's got this 20 assists. He's got. Can he do it when the time is? This is what World Cup shows you. You have to be able to
There
do
you
it
go. There
when
you
the
go. There
time
you
is
go.
right.
There you go. Being an Arsenal fan again, bro. There we go.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll leave that for another day, Mr. Bruno. Give it to Riot. Riot was my player of the year, but I digress. Yeah, brother. This is the World Cup, man. This is Bala Sports TV, man. The World Cup is on. Look out for us. We here to stay. It's a rolling competition, man. And matter of fact, we got Colombia and Uzbekistan playing right now. You feel me? So we're
So let's
gonna we're
go,
gonna
man. It's
go tune
nothing
into
on.
that
And then
most
remember this name, man. Bala Vibe TV.
Bala
We
Vibe
vibing out
TV.
here.
Let's go.
Remember
I
that
like
name.
that. I like
Remember
that.
that name. We
I
be
like
vibing
that.
out here, man.
Bala
This
Vibe
is this is
TV.
what we
Yeah.
do
It's
nowadays.
nothing but the vibes.
This the World Cup,
Like,
man.
share, and
I get to watch
subscribes.
the World Cup. Yeah.
Bala
Appreciate
Vibe
you.
TV, man. Look out for it. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Yes, sir.